I've shared with you, and I know you've got a ton of techniques. So I wonder if you would guide us through
Sure.
grounding exercises together.
Well, one of my favorites currently is a 5 breath pressure technique
Okay.
that is an offshoot of what Wim Hof is doing with breathing and other people have done with tantric kind of breathings before.
Okay.
But doing a 5 breath of pressure techniques helps to recenter and reorient you. Okay. In that process of holding your breath, so we're going to take 5 breaths together.
Okay.
And I'll coach us through this. On the 5th breath, you let your air out halfway, and they call it the sea level, right?
Okay.
So if I take a full breath, that's sea level. That's under the sea.
Okay.
So we're bringing our breath down to sea level, and then you're just holding. While you're holding your breath after 5 breaths, you can begin to conceptualize, if you're an adult with ADD, what do I need to do next? Do I need to recenter myself? Do I just need to sit in this kind of blissful state for a period of time? Or can I envision what I'm going to do next? So my wife, Edie, who is a brilliant ADHD life coach for young adults, uses a 3-minute technique to help her adults with a neurodivergency really look at life and plan it in this 3-minute segment. Okay, there's lots of ways to do this. I'm going to take us through this 5 breath pressure technique because I think it's one of the most effective ways for adults with ADD to get recentered in a very simple form.
Okay. What is there a unique way we're going to breathe? Is it through our nose or through our mouth?
We're going to breathe through our nose. If you can't breathe through your nose, you can breathe through your mouth. That's okay. But typically, I like people breathing in and out of their nose. And when you breathe, deep breaths, so you want your belly to move. You want it to press out. Once you want to get it down to the bottom of your diaphragm. Okay. And I'll take us through 5 breaths, and then I'll tell us what to do as we're going through.
Eyes open or closed?
It doesn't matter. You can make a choice about that. And I also have this written up so that you can put it in your show notes.
Heck yeah.
So that people have a copy of it or a way to get back to us. So they don't just have to try to remember it. Exactly.
Working memory is not our strong suit.
Right. That's why we use things like aids to help us.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to take a 5 breath pressure technique, and we're going to take 5 breaths together. So we're going to take our first full breath in and release. 2 and release. 3 and release. 4 and release. 5. Now, as you release, come halfway and stop. As you stop halfway with your breath, you allow yourself to experience the resource that you've gained with the blood flow and oxygen getting higher in the breaths that you took. So you allow yourself to relax in this restful state. You can think about something you want to do in the future. But as you feel the need to take a breath, when you feel the absolute need to take a breath beyond the shadow of a doubt, you're going to let your breath out completely and take a full breath in and hold it. And so we'll wait for Phil, since he's a good example. When he's ready to take a breath, but you'll let your breath out completely. Now take a full breath in. Hold it. Now begin to tighten your stomach and pressure upward to where you begin to feel the blood flow and oxygen move up through your body to the top of your head. When you get to the pressure at the top of your head, you release your breath. You may feel a little dizziness and disorientation. That's normal. If it's significant or troublesome to you, you can always take your breaths much slower, and that could help with that disorientation to some degree. Mm-hmm. But this helps. This is a very simple recentering technique.
Yeah, that feels good.
I, in the last 2.5 years, have completely taken myself. I don't use caffeine. I don't use refined sugars anymore.
Yeah.
If anyone knew me as a over 36-year recovering addict from drugs and alcohol, it's a miracle. And so what do I use to resource myself now? Breath.